Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark are all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel with me, Grand Maester Stitch, where we return to our Khal Drogo playthrough. In the last episode we expanded further westward and then we also sacked the slave city of Meereen, getting lots of gold and slaves in doing so. So our Khalasar is still down here in Yunkai, but we have now declared war on Moffo. I'm pretty sure it was Moffo, wasn't it? Or did we go for Tempo? Yes, Moffo, the southern region here, which is a huge land. This is it's a decent size to be fair. It's probably about half the size of our own land, so we want to take that land, and then there's only Tempo left of the Dothraki land, and we can hopefully then become the great Khal of Khals. So we need to march our army northward. I did ask at the end of the last episode if you guys wanted to name our newly forged Arak, but I only had the one reply for Man Chopper, which is an awesome name, but I thought I'd give another episode and mention it at the beginning in case anyone missed the opportunity to do so. So if you've got a name for Khal Drogo's new Arak that we had forged, please put it down below, or if you like the name Man Chopper, then let me know and we can go with that. And we've also got our Weirwood bow that needs a name still as well. Right, so we're going to march our army around into the Moffo lands. Where's the capital? Wow, all the way over there. So we're quite a long way away. We're going to have to march a long way. Before we do that, then we can upgrade some more of our provinces and try and... Oh no, we're still doing that. That's not actually finished building yet. Okay, so we'll wait until later in the episode to do that. So we've got our just shy of 6,000 men here. We're losing a lot in the supply line, unfortunately, but hopefully that's not going to affect us too much. King Robert of the Iron Throne has inherited lordship of Cracklaw Baron from Lord Alan of Cracklaw Baron. Okay, doesn't affect us too much, but we'll continue our march westward. We'll try and get into this Moffo land. Hopefully our allies will be on their way soon. Yeah, they're starting to call up their banners now, which is perfect. What's going on over here in the Bone Mountains? Is that the Jogus Knight? Lord Trevor of Ghost Hills has used the title of Gaston Grey. Okay, let's have a look. Who are these at war? Were they at war with the Jogus Nye? Yeah, so it looks like the Jogus Nye are attacking the Bone Mountains. As long as they don't try and cross the Bone Mountains, we'll leave them unmolested. We want to go westward, not eastward, but we will keep an eye on them just in case. Okay, now we've suddenly got 20,000 men, so maybe most of the Dothraki that are our allies are still with us down here. Let's have a look. Who is our Pono? We'll go with Pono on that left flank. We need to have another look at our commanders once this war's over and start maybe seeing if there's any better ones in the new lands that we've conquered. We'll have a look at that, and for some other courtiers, maybe we've got some better courtiers out there in the Dothraki sea now that we've massively expanded. We'll go straight for the capital. It's going to take us a little while to march there though, which is a bit of a pain. You don't realise just how big the Dothraki sea is. It's like marching from the Wall to Dawn near enough. It's huge. Right, yep, so while they march there, let's have a look. How's Westeros getting on? Nothing's kicking off over here, really, is it? No, everything's still at peace under Robert Baratheon, which is interesting. Nothing really ever does seem to kick off when Robert is in charge. Okay, he's had two more sons, Prince Criston of the Iron Throne and Prince Stefan of the Iron Throne, and wow, they're actually black of hair, so they may actually be, well, they more than likely are actually his for a change, which makes a pleasant surprise. Look at that manpower, 170,000. I don't think I've ever seen my manpower that powerful when playing as a Westerosi king. Literally everybody is well on side for Robert, so before we try and attack Westeros, we really need to try and disable the realm over there. Maybe we can form some sort of alliance with Dorne, just like Doran did plan in the books, of course, so hopefully we can get some sort of Targaryen Dorne alliance. Maybe we can get some of the Reach houses on side, who knows. We obviously got the Valerians on side. King Robert of the Iron Throne has inherited Castle of Gatehouse Tower from Commander Edwin. Okay, and somewhere else. Your wife Daenerys is pregnant with your child. Oh, perfect. Awesome. As Khal, you're expected to take her to Vast Dothrak, where she will perform the Stallion heart ceremony to ensure that your child will be born healthy and strong. Gather supplies, we ride for Vast Dothrak. 40 gold, and fate smiles upon you, your wife Daenerys is pregnant. Excellent. 5 prestige. That's great news. I wonder if we'll get another son. The more sons, the better, just in case something happens to Rhaego, which it probably will because he's pretty impressive, and that's always the case. More often than not on CK2, as soon as you get a very promising heir, they get cancer, so more than likely that will happen. So it would be nice to have a spare. We've got the heir and the spare. This campaign has been proof that Kago is a good person to spend time with. I value his opinion highly and trust him on the battlefield. A brother in arms, isn't that the guy with the Valyrian steel Arak? Yes, awesome. I just want to get that off his hands for ourselves. Right. We continue marching westward. It would be awesome if we could try and get some of the Targaryen Valyrian steel swords at some point as well, if we can find them for our Targaryen heir, so that you could have an Arak and a Valyrian steel sword. If you could have like Blackfire or Darksister, that would be absolutely epic. You arrive at Dothraki with Daenerys to watch her perform the Stallion Heart ceremony. Surrounded by the Dosh Khaleen, she is given a fresh heart of a stallion to consume. She seems to be successful at first, but at the last minute she doubles over and vomits up the last bit of the flesh. So she got close once again, but didn't manage to do it. But never mind, it didn't affect us in any way last time, did it? We still got an incredibly impressive heir, so I'm not going to complain about that. Hopefully we get another one. We do also have our names lined up as well for a boy or a girl, going after the naming of obviously the dragons, naming for our children instead. And some of you did say about taming a dragon, which I love the idea of. It was something that I was hopefully planning to do anyway, not as Drogo. I think it might be a bit too unrealistic in my opinion. So what I want to do is when Rhaego becomes king, he's got that Targaryen blood. We'll also have Daenerys' dragon eggs. If we manage to visit enough of the places and raise our chances of hatching it, we could become a dragon-riding Dothraki Targaryen, which would be pretty epic. Great Khal, we have had word from Meereen. The Great Maester, his Star the Fourth, so Lorak, has held a Grand Council of Nobles in Meereen. There has apparently won their backing to launch an invasion of a foreign realm and is expected to launch one soon. He better not molest my lands. Surely he wouldn't dare. At first the signs were small, easily dismissed, and coincidences, but now they are becoming too frequent to be ignored. The omens surrounding my wife's pregnancy are terrible. Hopefully they are just coincidences. Well, I've had this before where the child has ended up being, pretty bad and ill or stillborn, but then I've also had it where it's not been affected at all and they've been born with the quick trait, so I won't worry too much about that. We'll wait and see. We've got our heir anyway. We only really care about Rhaego. It'd be nice to get some others as political bargaining tools, as well as some people to grant land to, but we'll wait and see how it goes. Eddard Stark attempted to imprison Roderick Risewell. Okay, we also need to, once we get this war out of the way, finally do that duel for the Society. Every time we try and do it though, us or they are at war, and at the age of 72, your acquaintance Lord Commander Jorah of the Night's Watch died a natural death. I wonder who will become the new Lord Commander on the wall. Has it been picked yet? Sometimes, it's always good when it's Jon. No, so Lord Jorah. Oh, okay, Jorah of the Night's Watch. When did he leave our court? And he's had a child as well, Walton Mormont. Okay, so he's married. Lady Sorry of the Night's Watch. What is going on here? How has that happened? So Jorah Mormont has become the Lord Commander, and he has a wife whilst on the wall and a child, because that's not breaking literally every rule of the Night's Watch, is it? But, well, whatever. Be interesting to keep an eye on that and see if it allows him to keep a son. Lord Paramount Mace of the Reach decided to release Lord Lawrence of Bitterbridge. Okay, here we go. A great victory there. We're almost now at the capital. Okay, peace with you. We propose that Ko-Kala, the Chase, and Hiri, the daughter of Rogora, marry our courtier. Who is she? Yeah, feel free. She's not very interesting or very good at anything, so you can have her if you like. If it improves your opinion of us. It is a good tradition to have some gossips around a pregnant woman in order to keep her calm and distracted from the tribulations of this delicate time in her life. As Daenerys' husband, it is my duty to provide her with the support she needs. I will have some maids dispatched. We've got plenty of gold. Gold doesn't seem to be an issue in the slightest playing as the Dothraki. You've just got shit tons of it. If only you could have that much when playing as other characters and houses when you actually need the gold. We just don't need it at all. And my steward informs me my concubine Azara is with a child. And I know that some of you weren't happy with the fact that I'm doing the dirty on Daenerys, but before Khal Drogo died, I know he didn't have any concubines, but he was just full Dothraki, slaving, pillaging, killing, and Daenerys didn't seem to care. It was the way of life. Once Khal Drogo died, and obviously the dragon eggs hatched, we got a very different Daenerys, but we've still got that very vulnerable and weak, quiet Daenerys at this time. My trusted Astalak Drogo reports success from the clan of Pono. Their elders now like Drogo a lot better. Perfect. And also, I was worried when we only had one son and Daenerys was getting ill that we wouldn't get another child off her, so I wanted to make sure that we did have some more heirs. But it looks like we're going to have some bastards now. Well, they're not technically bastards, are they, as it's a concubine, but we'll have some other sons. Maybe we can leave them in charge of some of the Dothraki lands as we move westward and Rhaego controls and makes his capital in some of the more westernised lands. But my name and deeds are becoming highly spoken of throughout the Dothraki Sea. More and more warriors are joining the Khalasat of Drogo. All shall submit to me. Awesome 10% rise in manpower, population growth, and clan sentiment. Perfect. So that's going to help make our army even stronger. Hopefully we'll get to spend some of that prestige after this war then to improve our manpower even more. We're almost at the capital with most of our army. Okay, so they've managed to siege a small amount of our army with their small Khalasar, but we're already at the capital. And once you get there, it's easy pickings, isn't it? You get to assault it pretty much straight away. Let's go for this other high lordship or whatever you'd call it, a high Khal. I don't know. I don't even know what they're called. Called Casses, isn't they, or something like that. But it looks like we're going to have a lot of land to split up here. We're going to have 3 new clans as well. 4 with the leader, but we'll take that for ourselves and then split the lands from the Khal between the others. Kill the Khal. So we've got no one who can go against us and raise our own Khal in these lands. And then, oh, there we go, 100%. And then, as I say, we can keep these new clans happy. Enforce demands, yes. The Khal Drogo war against Khal Motho of Motho has ended. Perfect. So look at that now. Wow, there's literally just Tempo and Moro. But Moro are allies, but we will turn on them eventually because I want to obviously take that land. How many clans does that now give us? 11 out of 12. And we've got 2 who are imprisoned. Are you imprisoned by us? Imprisoned by Khal Temo and imprisoned by Khal Drogo. So because you're imprisoned, we will absorb your clan because we can get a... Oh, no. Oh, no, yeah. Yeah, so it's only going to upset him. So we'll absorb his clan because we can get away with it. And then we'll execute him as he was of a Khal. We don't want any... We want to show our strength by getting rid of him, and we don't want him to try and oppose us in the future. And then we can split up his land between the other clans in this area, which will then make them like us a lot more. I want this defeated opponent mutilated and burnt. Seems a bit harsh. I will personally strangle him to death. I want him crushed to death. Oh, we've got loads of new options now. Bear pit, feed him to the lions, bury him alive, trampled to death. We've done that one before. Let's strangle him to death personally. Mofuhara is brought before you for his execution. His children are here as well, so that you can make them watch as you strangle their father to death with your bare hands. That is fucking brutal. Yes, I shall squeeze the life from him. There we go. So that ends that. Right, so now we're going to actually own this land down here, aren't we? Yes, but I don't want to. Right, let's have a look at you. What do you actually own? Just that one province. Right, I'll give you all this southern area near Volantis then. Let's have a look. Rahish Dahan. Let's have a look. That's Rahish Dihan. They'll be here somewhere. There it is. So we'll send that to you. We'll grant you the landed title as well of Vase Zikat. Where is it? There it is. Send. And Ranish Quahet. Let's grant you the landed title of that one as well. And that'll give you a nice big bit of land. You'll have plenty of grazing land, hopefully, which will keep you fairly happy, I hope, as well. Where is this last one? I can't find it. Or did we not own that one? Ah, that one belongs to someone else already. So, right, so now you own this nice big chunk of land. Did we take any of this land? Yes, we did. All this northern land as well. Wow. You here, how much land do you own? Just those 2 there. So we'll give... Right, and how much do you have? I want to try and split it fairly. Oh, wow, you've got a decent chunk already. So we'll give all this northern area to this guy instead. We can't actually grant him any landed titles right now, as he's currently in prison. You've only got those 1, 2, 3 provinces, so not a lot. We could give you that northern one then. Let's give you Havak Fajit, or whatever it's called, instead. What was it called? Fajat. Havza Fajat. My god, so hard to pronounce. Yes, we'll give you that. And then these 3 provinces that we've got here, we will give to this guy as soon as we free him once we take Tempo. Right, now that we're not... Oh, we've got some titles to create as well. Create the High Lordship. Yes, perfect. Gives us loads more prestige. Whilst we're not at war, let's see if we can finally try and duel Mago. Unless he's at war. No, we still can't duel him because we're not rivals, we're not foes. Zealous and Mago is excommunicated. Has a mission to duel Mago. Yeah, so why can't... Khal Drogo has a mission. Oh, it's not a commander. Right, so because we're leading this army. Right, okay. Now, can we do it? Let's see if we can now finally duel. No. Why can we not duel him? What am I doing wrong, guys? I'm cocking up somewhere. Oh, is he a commander of an army? Is that why? We'll leave it for now, then. Right, let's put ourselves back in the centre of this. And, put Kago back out on the right. And let's take this final bit of Dothraki land. Oh, he's imprisoned already. So... this should be pretty easy. We can just march straight up there and take Temo. Let's call our allies. Not that we really need them, but it's best to have them on side, I suppose. And call in the other tribes. Can have our... While they're marching up there, let's see if... No, not... Oh, almost finished. Almost finished, so we can almost do some more upgrades. And a daughter was born to Khal Drogo the Black and Khaleesi Daenerys Stormborn, named Essie. Right, and the name that you guys decided on was Droella. Drogo. Okay, right, let's have a look at little Droella, and how good is she? Okay, she's nowhere near as impressive as her brother, but at least we have a spare just in case. We have a nice little political bargaining chip here. We can try and marry her off, maybe. Let's try and get her a more diplomatic focus, and as a guardian, who have we got? Have we got Daenerys, probably one of our best diplomats, isn't she? We can't actually make her a guardian, though. Is that because she's still in hiding, maybe? What about learning? Who do we have with high learning? Wow! 21, our concubine. Wow. Yes. Let's go with her then. Just because of that incredible learning. That's good. Sending your child of one wife to your other wife. And Khal Drogo the Black fulfilled the ambition to have a daughter. Perfect. Right, what ambition can we go for next? Adopt a lifestyle, win the war. Let's just go with win the war, because that's going to be a nice, easy one. Then we can probably go for have 5 children after that, as we'll be pretty close once our child of our concubine is born. Can we now carry on building our second Khalasar up over here? No, not yet. And was that finished building? Is it almost done? It's almost done. It's literally finished. Sheep. I don't know what we'll go for next. I'll probably improve the defences of our capital a little bit more. And everyone has come to our aid in our latest war, which is perfect. We don't even need to keep an eye on it. Our Khalasar's that strong. We can just let them march up there and take it. Then once we form the Great Grass Sea, we'll take out these smaller kingdoms such as Sarth, Umber, maybe this Ibn land. Take the land people's lands, the sheep people. Maybe this northern Valyrian land, and then we'll have everything between the Bone Mountains and the west, and then we can start focusing on the free cities, which will be a little bit harder to take, I imagine, as they normally all join each other in defensive packs, so they'll have a lot of men, they'll be well trained, quite strong, a lot of money, but with our Khalasar and the whole Great Grass Sea, we should be okay. King Robert of the Iron Throne has inherited the lordship of Cracklord Baron. What house is that? Okay, it's a random house anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's not killed anyone off. Wow, 17,000 allies there in that Khalasar. That's impressive. Very impressive. We'll continue our march northward. Hopefully have most of the Dothraki, or well, pretty much all the Dothraki Sea apart from our allies by the end of this episode, which is awesome. We do need to swallow up Morrow, but we've got to wait until he dies, really, because declaring war on him is a bit of a dick move, considering we're meant to be allies. We want to keep our allies on side. Let's have a look at our clans again. Do most of them now like us? It's just that guy who's in prison, but he'll like us a lot more very soon once we obviously expand his land. What's wrong with Como? Why doesn't he not like us very much? We've got a 5% opinion. Desires the cast of Rish Diaf. Where's that? Rish Diaf. Grand Maester title, Rish Diaf. There it is. Which one is Rish Diaf? It's all the way over here. No, so yeah, we're not giving you that. Right, there we go. The sheep pens or whatever they were have been built. So let's do something else now. Horse breeder, which will improve our cavalry. That would be probably a pretty good one to go for, really. Then, wouldn't it? Felt crafter. Is there anything to make our weapons and more men? That would be probably the best. Clan gathering hall, clan sentiment, fortifications, makes our garrison size and fort level higher. Armourer, yeah, we don't really need to care about foot soldier. Well, it does cavalry as well. Archer attack. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's try and make our archers a little bit more impressive. And let's do some upgrades in these other provinces as well. Let's go for... yeah, let's go for that. Get the population growing in others. King Robert the Iron Throne has created the title High Lordship of Cracklord Point. It can be lonely during a long war campaign, so who can blame a man for having someone to warm his bed at night? Although it turns out one of my liaisons has resulted in a child. She can have some gold for the child's care. Let's have a look at her then. Is she anything impressive? Not really. I name her Liar. What is it? She should be honoured. No character adopts. I shall adopt the child into my household. Yeah, we'll take her into our household. Gives us 3 children. Right, what was I doing? Yes, I was upgrading these provinces while we march to the new lands. Right, good for you. Let's see what we can do here. What have you got as an option? Let's go with the hunting parties and improve that. And then down here, what can we do down here? Horse breeder. They're so cheap to upgrade stuff around here. I know the upgrades aren't quite as impressive as obviously the upgrades that you get over in Westeros, but still 30 gold to improve stuff with the amount of gold that you have floating around spare anyway. That's awesome. Right, horse breeding over here as well. And we've actually managed to spend our gold for once. Looks like we may need to go raiding down in the slaving cities again and make some money after this war, as we're running a little low on the old cash. But yeah, as I said, that can be very easily fixed. Let's go and take Tempo. Maybe we could raid Qohor or Lorath. There's the cap. Oh no, the capital's over there, isn't it? Doesn't matter. Right, we're almost here now. 6,000 men, almost there. That's the right one, isn't it, for the capital? Yes, it is. Perfect. Lord Paramount Mate of the Reach has declared Reachman colonisation of Summerhall. Interesting. 16,000 allies there. I don't know. They're marching the complete wrong way, but whatever. We'll leave them to it. Let's march northward. Coca Hollow has been very insistent about spending some time with me recently. Sounds like a marvellous idea. We want to keep our fellow Khals on side. Coca Hollow has prepared a grandiose welcoming parade for my arrival. The Co of Kohallo greets me in person as soon as I cross the gates of his pavilion, asking me if I've had a good travel. How nice to meet you. Can we make Kago a blood rider yet, now that he likes us a little bit more? He likes us 100%, so Kago rides and proudly says, blood of my blood, I give you my oath. I will live and die by your side. I will ride at your side, keep you safe from harm. Blood of my blood. Awesome, so we'll definitely get, hopefully, that Valyrian steel sword now once he passes. And why are we now not leading this army? In command is no longer affecting you. It doesn't matter, we had a great victory. Anyway, can we put ourselves back? What's going on? Is it because we've gone to that carousing thing? I don't know. A fellow member of the Dothraki Riders Moors has been killed in a duel by Romo. Okay. During my long visit, Kohallo guided me throughout his demesne. We explored the countryside and some of the most breathtaking sights that Vas Eth can offer. I undoubtedly felt welcomed by my host's attitude. This was surely an interesting experience. Despite any difference that we might have, I cannot deny Coca Hollow was extremely gracious as a host, to the point that I now feel indebted to him after my visit. Being a good host was his duty. We lose 30 piety, or we owe him a favour. No, I'm not giving him a favour, so we'll lose some piety. We've got plenty of piety anyway. We've got a ridiculous amount of prestige. Can we now lead this army again? No, why? Why are we not suddenly leading armies? Is it because of that? Have we not returned from it yet? Right, we almost... Yeah, we're almost there. We should be there pretty soon, and we can finally capture all of the Dothraki Sea. At the age of 22, your acquaintance Quentin Martell died of the Grey Plague. Oh, nice. Well, not nice, but, you know, there we go. We're back now. It must have been because we were at that thing. I don't think it normally removes me from my commanding my armies when I've done it before. And a daughter was born to Khal Drogo the Black and a Zara named Aqueta. Is she any good? Well, she's got the strong trait, so that's pretty good. Let's look for a better name. Randomised name. If you can think of better names for our Dothraki daughters, which we've now got 2 of, I'll just go with a random one actually, and then you guys can think of some interesting names for our Dothraki daughters. Scory Drogo. We'll do it for that. That sounds alright. Great Khal, your slave Azara has had a child who she calls Scory. Apparently the infant looks very much like you, and you did lay with the mother. Just another slave for my collection. She is my daughter. I won't make our daughter a slave, of course. And, oh, with her we'll go with the struggle focus, as she's strong and got good martial. And assign a guardian. Who have we got with decent? We've got ourselves. We'll just go with ourselves. We'll have her and our son. A Dothraki woman, great warrior. That could be interesting. Let's attempt an assault. There we go. 79%. Let's go over and get this thing. Capital. And we can fight that army as well, which will give us hopefully enough war score. He's already imprisoned. Khal Drogo the Black has inherited Cass of Riash. Okay, and a load of other stuff. Who's this then that's died? Okay, so we've got some new land to give away. We could probably keep it for ourselves, actually. There we go. Create the High Lordship. Perfect. Eddard Stark has had splint mail armor added to their treasury. Yeah, we could probably keep that for ourselves. And it lowers our clan numbers then, don't it, if we've got all this sub. And we could always give it to somebody later on, as long as it's not going to upset any of the clans, which it doesn't look like it has, which is perfect. We'll keep it for ourselves. Maybe we can raise somebody in that area at some point. My trusted Astalak Jogo reports success from the clan of Pono. Their elders now like Drogo a lot better. Perfect. What were you doing then? Improving diplomatic relations? No, improve clan sentiment. Let's send you somewhere else now with one of these other clans. Who was the one who wasn't too keen on this? Let's send it to him down here in the south. There we go. 100% perfect. Offer peace and force demands. Send. Khal Drogo the Black has usurped the title Cass of Vastan from Co-Igo of Igo. The Khal Drogo war against Khal Timo of Timo has ended. Khal Drogo of Drogo has won. Khal Drogo the Black fulfilled the ambition to win the war. We need a new ambition. We will go, let's go with have 5 children because it's going to be an easy one. We only need 1 more, so hopefully Daenerys will gift us another one. I'm going to sort out this area off screen, granting it to the new clans and such, and keeping our clan level all nice and happy. But we'll end today's episode here, and look at that now for Drogo. We literally just need Morrow, and then we can take these Torment Kingdoms. We own pretty much all the Dothraki Sea now, other than our allies here, who we can hopefully vassalize at some point soon. But yeah, we'll end the episode here, and we'll hopefully become the Khal of Khal in the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, I really do hope that you've enjoyed as you have the previous episodes. If so, please don't forget to like, comment down below and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you all very soon for my next video.